Hello. It's time for something completely different. Um, Welcome back. If you enjoyed Alan Wake, this will be completely different. If you enjoy when I play Digimon, this will be completely different. The closest thing's probably been Signalis, and even then, it's not at all. Uh, don't worry about the first Pathologic 2. Don't worry about it. Pathologic 1 is a game that I have tried to play many a time, and it is impossible to play. I've tried to play this game twice before. Once I tried to play it and immediately bounced off it. The second time I got to the second day and then fell off. So the first day I will admit I have already played. But this is the kind of game where that doesn't really matter. Because one, I don't really remember it. And two, the way you play a day out can be completely different depending on the choices you pick. Pathologic 2 is what I would call a horror game, but not in the way that games are usually horror. You may notice in the background there is very, very weird music, which I will now turn up. It was too loud for my original intro. See, I'll leave it low until we go into the actual game, but that's the kind of music. Music gives a pretty good indication of what we're going to be dealing with here. This is a narrative game, but not in the way that something like, say, Life is Strange is a narrative game, or the Telltale games are a narrative game. This game has a lot of gameplay in it. There's a lot of running around, collecting things, handing them in, talking to people, shooting people, doing medicine work, getting in fights with people. You'll see from the tutorial. The tutorial, actually, from what I remember, the two, maybe three times I've played through the tutorial, it will give you a very, very good indication of what this game is going to be like. The opening scene, in fact, this first episode might only be the opening scene, because the opening scene it might basically be opening scene, get to the first save point, and that's it. This game's quite oppressive. Unlike most games where I try and record for about 2 hours, definitely will not reach that with this game. I think my total playtime on this game is about 6-7 hours, and that was across a lot of sittings. It's a very hard game to just sit and play for a long period of time. A good way for me to show you this is a setting that I don't think was in the game last time I played it. So there's all these. This is back reward. I don't have code. It's audio. It messes up the thing. These are the key bindings. It's fine. I'll just leave these the way they are. The important one here is not graphics, although just double check I've got all the graphics correct. Yeah, these all seem fine. Motion blur off. It's the kind of gamer I am. All the rest of these seem fine. It's actually under difficulty, because the difficulty setting has two difficulties: on or off. If you try and turn it off, it gives you a do you want to abandon intended difficulty? Harsh trials are part of Pathologic 2. It defaults to cancel. The non-destructive nature of this counts to cancel. If you hover over it, it gives you a description. It says, Pathologic 2 follows the events of a catastrophe. Game difficulty is one of the techniques that help us develop this story. By turning intended difficulty off, you can tweak and balance the balance of the game. However, we do not recommend doing this on the first playthrough. Pathologic 2 is intended, this was written by the developers, to be almost unbearable. And they're not lying. So I'll turn the volume up, and we'll get straight in. I say straight in. We've been here for a while. I've turned the subtitles on. These are off by default. I've turned it back on. New game. Hello. Post recording Clayco here. For some reason, the first 5 minutes of the tutorial are just completely unwatchable footage. So rather than me re-recording it, not really much happens in it. So just take my word for it. It's just some setup telling you how you're in like a play. Yeah, the tutorial for some reason runs really poorly. The rest of the footage is fine, but there'll be times in the tutorial where the frame rate will just drop massively for about 5 to 10 seconds. I don't know what caused that, but the footage for the rest of the actual game doesn't seem to be broken. So I assume it's just something to do with the way that they have the original footage look. Not the original footage, the tutorial. I assume it's something to do with how the tutorial looks. But yeah, sorry about that. So bear with me for the first few minutes of this video if it seems to have run poorly. My voice is fine, so you'll be able to hear it. It's like the reverse of that episode of Signalis, where the footage is fine, but my voice sounds like dog shit. This one is my voice sounds fine, but the footage is dog shit. Anyway, sorry about this. Um, yeah, sorry about that. Bye. Well, enjoy the video with stuff. Let's not linger too long on any of this. Oh, we can interact with this guy. Move along, Doctor. Nothing to see here. Work as usual. Butcher's work. You're killing people, you bastards. I can't believe this is our military. Even invaders are more humane. Stop this circus now. You know better than anyone there's no salvation from the sand pest. People go mad with pain. They're not responsible. We put them out their misery and protect the healthy. Legal orders. What orders? We have our instructions, compiled by our own doctors. Mode of infection unknown. It's transmitted through air, saliva, touch, God knows what else. We've lost half our men already. You deserve it. Go, Doctor. Stop lecturing us. If you were better at your job, we wouldn't have to be so good at ours. But there's still no cure. Or do you think we enjoy shooting and burning civilians? These people are stealthy. Why have you seized them? They're looters. Like I said, it's work as usual. You do your job and we'll do ours. You should let them go. A couple less, a couple more. What does it matter? And he isn't even gonna dignify that with a response. Yeah, so, the whole game obviously doesn't have this kind of oppressive feel. Yes, he's just talking in there. I know where you're going. Want a piece of advice? Speak, but please be quick. I won't take long. The town is gone and to hell with it. But the kin are also gone. Your family's gone. Your father remains unavenged, his path unfollowed. The 7 children who entrusted their lives to you are dead. You are the only one left. Do you want to save yourself at least? No. You don't know the whole situation. Not all is lost. The outbreak can be curbed. That's why I'm going to the cathedral. There's a decision the bomb is made. Heed my advice. You think she loves you? Think she's a friend and he's a foe because he brought in cannons? Don't talk to her first. Talk to him. You know nothing. She's my ally. Ooh, he's dead. Wait, what the fuck? We loot him. Nope. He's just dead. Oh, those people are being burnt to death by the flamethrower men. Yeah, so like I say, the whole game's not like this. Also, look at the notice, ominous swirling clouds of death. What happens if you walk into them? We're not gonna. We're not gonna try that. That's a road sign. The road signs, I don't actually know what the point in them are. That person's just laid on the floor. I don't think they're actually dead. Children playing hopscotch. That's cute, isn't it? Oh wait, yeah, there's a sprint button. Game didn't teach me that. So these 2 kids here, they're not important. They are if you played Pathologic 1. They're not. They're not in Pathologic 2. I don't think. They didn't seem to be. And we're at the cathedral. This was the place we said we were gonna go. In we go. That wasn't so bad, was it? God, I love how the cathedral in this game looks. You get really used to hearing that dong noise. He said don't talk to her first. Do we trust? Yeah, we trust that guy.
War consumes a man like no other occupation.
Yeah, see, people talk like that. Is this the doctor? You aren't going to level the town, are you, General? Am I supposed to discuss this matter with civilians? I'm not just any civilian, I'm a doctor. What is this nonsense? I've already told him I'm a doctor. Artemi Barak, surgeon. I see. Give me a reason to call off the bombardment. You have one chance. So we got, I know how to make a serum. We'll need time to produce it at scale, but the recipe's been developed. There are still many survivors here. That's enough. Well, you're a war hero. The only person in. I'm gonna say I have a serum. No, Barack. If you told me you had 3 tankers of that panacea, that's what he said, of that panacea and an army of doctors from the capital ready to administer it, that would have convinced me. As it stands, there's no going back. It's too great a risk. We only had 12 days. That's not enough time. Again, like, conversation will just cut off when the people are done.
Whenever I trace the edges of possibility on a map, I find myself reaching for an eraser, not soon after.
Why have you come? To confirm to you that we have the means to fight the plague. The plague, not the outbreak. Who cares? We already decided everything. Without you, you've come uninvited. But what did you decide? Who are you to demand reports from us? A backwoodsman, a self-taught doctor practicing barbaric traditional medicine. Oh, but I know who you are. You're the person I was very wrong to put my hopes on. The person who let me down. Out. Now. I know where to get the ingredient for my serum. We can produce it. Hey, you over there, seize this man and throw him out. Aglaya, listen to me.
You need an upper hand. A foot in the door. A head. Let's leave that one screwed on for now.
So you insist on a second attempt, huh? Stubborn. Not a second, a first one. Alright then. Let's roll then. Let us imagine that the last train has not yet left the station. Just don't be late. Now all I need is to not miss my stop. So that is what happens if you do everything wrong. That is what that just showed me. You are Artemi Barak, surgeon. You're back. Because your father is dead. I think that was what it said. But now we have nothing. I forgot that was how this game opened. Oh, train. I don't think you ever encounter this guy again, so he's gonna be Scouse. Actually, maybe not. How'd you get inside this coffin? Me? You were the one. Yeah, I'm just saying you mean this train. Coffin is the best means of transportation in the world. It can get you unimaginable places. You look alive though, so that vehicle is beyond your means for now. A free rider, huh? Just like you. No one sells tickets to ride this train. And then we have a little thing. I'm coming home. Well, I need to avoid distractions. Yeah, leave me alone. Can I lay down? The train. Oh, my immunity went down. I remember that section being longer. It didn't tell me how to light my lamp. Oh, there we go. I don't really remember using the lamp much. But then again, like I say, I didn't really get very far. These are all talkable too. That is a big bull. It's not even a statue. That is just a gigantic big bull. Hello, bull. Let's talk to these birds. Hello, Mr. Bird. Railroads are beautiful. They always lead to one place you can't turn from. Except when there's a silly mistake like this crash. Dying just to escape fate. Stupid. boring. Who are you? Us? Kind volunteers who advise you to return to the train car. It will soon leave. The bull, what has it done? That is Bosh Torok, a creature of steppe legend from which the world was created. What was he trying to achieve here? Stupid. Life can never prevent death. What is ahead then? Why the fires? As you can see, the blood no longer flows in this artery. There's a clot. You're a doctor, aren't you? Do you have medicine with you? What clot? What are those black flakes? How should we know? You're the doctor, not us. Go and see. We're only ensuring no other trains are derailed. We'll fix yours too once the beast leaves the tracks. I'll go on foot then. Someone's waiting for me. Oh. Got infected and died. And now we're back on the train. Just ignore him. Want to share secrets? You first. I'm worried people won't be so happy to see me in the town. What if they shun me like some mutt and slam the doors in me face? What if my toll is too small? I could fail to meet me goal. But maybe this is only anxiety. Yeah, I can do it. You don't look like a tax collector. They ride first class. Not really. Your turn now. Be honest, and your fate will change. That's how it goes. I'm worried about my father. He summoned me with a letter, a troublesome one. Something bad has happened. Do you want to play? I'm game. Dice? What are the stakes? Your fate? A person can't lose their fate. Back to sleep. Well, there's darkness ahead. I follow the rails into a park. Let's see. This place is wrong. It's not my home. Who's in the back room? And then you see how it's linked to this one? It means that, like, following on from that will teach you how to get to the next one. I would not recommend though. Hey, I can leave. I didn't know that. I'm sure every other time I've done this, I've just gone into the room. Ugh. It's this guy. You'll get used to seeing these for a little bit. Someone heavy. I hear heavy steps in the dark. I can't see you. Are you deaf? No, I'm a doctor. What's wrong with you? Water. I'm so thirsty. I need a drink of fresh water. Please bring it. Alright, wait a bit. We need to get some fresh water for this girl. This is the game's way of teaching you how water works. So we loot this. You have to open this. Take the bottle. I guess we take the spindle. But I don't think it matters because we're not going to take any of the shit with us. So looting, as you can see, takes time. It's not instant. And also they're like physical. And also it does this for some reason. Like sometimes you'll pick something up and it'll drop it on the floor. Yeah, it's a physical thing. So you can tell which things you've looted because they're open. It's actually kind of neat. Hello. Ah. This makes more sense when you understand what the game's trying to, like, say. So we can drink here or we can get water. Each has 2 eyes and 2 ears. Most have 1 nose and 1 mouth. Riddle me this. If eyes and ears were switch, which would be right? If noses and mouths were switch, which would be fixed? Did you kill him? Answer the question, Kalayaha. You're a step man, you must know the answer. But I don't. Then be on your way, Kalayaha. People don't kill people. Is that man alive then? He's very clearly not. Thirsty, fellow traveller? Not me, someone else. There's water in the wooden barrel behind you. You walked past your goal, not for the first time, and certainly not for the last. I saw the light, I thought it invited me here. Like a moth. Ouch. So, that's the game's way of saying, didn't you have an objective to do? Why did you come here? And me going, oh, well, it was lit up. I thought I should come here. And the guy going, oh, that was stupid, wasn't it? Oh, there's a coffin. You might recognize these two. Those people that were in the thingy. And oh, there's a bird here. She's dead. Bad dream. Yeah, dream. Hope it doesn't come true. So you want to meet your dad? Me too. Why have we stopped? Are we there already? This is what the game teaches you. Don't worry about these people. We'll learn about them. This is what the game teaches you about fighting. Kin 1. Let Mother Buddha caress your step, Kalbun. You haven't forgotten your people, have you? I'm not one of you. I wasn't raised on the steppe. Do you have a good heart? I don't know. I'm afraid it's sick. We hear earth with our hearts. The heart has a pulse. So does earth. If they sing in harmony, you hear the language of the earth and stars, the language of warmth and cold. Look, Tanga, and listen. Whose words are all around? What does the earth say? It says a lot of things. A lot of time has passed. You were gone. You forgot many things. Your heart is spoiled, Katanga. Let us see if it's rotten. How can you see that? The fight will show whose heart is keen, who hears the unheard words. You will see my heart. The kin's blood runs through me. I was never torn from my people. I'll take a look. Q to raise fists. Left click to strike. Fucking punch in the face. Yo, that was a sick dodge. Motherfucker's just... Oh, I think it wants me to do this, not the like... Oh yeah, there we go. Whack. When your stamina wears out, you can barely throw a punch. Block? Why isn't it draining my stamina? Oh yeah, that's why. It's because your punishment for blocking is if they hit you with an attack that can't be blocked. I don't think I have a dodge like he does. When you're in combat, you actually generate stamina faster. Spill his blood. Oh, but it does kind of make it harder to see, like... You could just beat the shit out of him. What happens if you kill him? Let us trade hearts, Kualbun. Let's become kin. What need do you have of mine? Isn't it rotten? A river of good washes away a drop of rot. There's no me and you. There's a people. Katange. Mix your flesh with ours. Just let me go in peace. Exchange hearts. Look, I can give him my rotting heart and get a good heart. This teaching you how the barter system works. basically do a trade for a trade. Whoop, I saw you there, sneaky bastard. We're almost there. Wanna play dice? We've played enough, I think. There's no more time for games. You have work to do. Are we there already? Don't worry, you can't miss it. We're riding the rails, and a railroad like fate always has a final destination. Our stop will be our last, the true stop. These rails feel endless. I'll walk next time. Well, it was nice passing the time. Good luck with your father. I'm sure he can't wait. I hope so. This trip has been a long time coming. Wow. That actually kind of scared me, and I'd remembered it was coming. Like, I'd remembered that was the thing. That's why I specifically looked away and turned back. I remembered that that's exactly the coffin's gone.
My dear son, Artemy, I write to you after so many years apart in the hopes that you may find a way to return to us. Something worries me. I fear a difficult trial approaches. I hope that your studies have proven fruitful, and that you have achieved great skill as a surgeon. Such skill might be of use here. I remain the only physician in this town,
Oh,
but you know that I am growing old. I need an assistant.
Here's our reason for coming. And wear this. Look, got a little face mask on. That'll be handy later. People laughing in the back. Don't know why I'm looting all this. Yeah, don't know why I'm looting all this stuff. That's a terrifying picture. There are people laughing in that room, but I can't go in. After the intro, the game will no longer autosave. Find places to save manually. That was the intro. So yeah, that was very surreal. The game's less surreal than that most of the time, as you'll see. But that is a pretty good indication of the kind of shit you can expect from this game. It's actually kind of neat that that's like that, because if you don't like if you can't get through that section, there's no way you can get through the whole of this game. So that's a pretty good section for like the beginning of the game. You know, to say that Steam has its like you can play a game for 2 hours and then refund it thing. That's a pretty good opening like half an hour. I like that it shows you the aftermath and then it like flashes you back like 10 minutes. These 3 men, almost got a knife. Gonna shank me. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised he managed to take out 3 men with a knife. So in Pathologic 1, you actually played through this section. And you had to kill him. Day 1, in which the Haruspex finds out his hometown has changed beyond recognition. There's a wolf boy. We can loot these people. We may as well loot them, because, I mean, they're dead. Whoops, wrong way around. Money, broken scissors, pocket watch. Yoink, 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 yoink. We will loot these men. They attacked me, and as you will find out later in the game, we need all the stuff they have. It's the dog.
The worst is yet to come.
I suppose actually they speak, so I do have an indication as to what their voice should sound like, right? I should just try and attempt to what they sound like when they talk. You hit hard for a hunchback, but whoa boy, you screwed up. Those 3 guys are dead. I saw you do it too. You're gonna be in serious trouble. A hunchback? Kid, I'm bent over in pain here. You need to handle that bleeding, old man. You're covered in blood. Your own blood. You don't need to lecture me, boy. I'm a surgeon. Oh, I saw that. You're good at cutting people. All reflexes. A slicer-dicer. Do you have anything I can use to stop this bleeding? Here you go. A tourniquet. Used to be my leash, but seems you need it more. Thanks, you're a nice kid. Man, you really have some anger problems, don't you? Zing, pow, blam. 3 guys dead. This ain't the right way. Not how we do things around here. Kid, around here isn't anywhere special. But this town is special. I mean, the folks are ordinary, but the town... Well, if everyone's like you, maybe you're right. Well, you gotta be nicer. Just hit 'em 3 times, max. Send 'em running and let 'em run. You don't actually have to kill everyone who bothers you, jeez. I'll keep that in mind. Oh, we can throw some again.
When the cat's away, the mice will play.
The one with the knife was Kirik, a leather worker. Not gonna cry for him, the guy was nuts. Is this an ambush? Who are the others, actually? Hell if I know. Cannery workers. You can tell by their hands. Moonlighting as highwaymen? Does the cannery underpay them? I don't know. Rumors going around that someone else got murdered tonight. Guess I should sniff around and find out. Who knows? Maybe it's true. I hope it isn't. This town's seen enough blood for one day. So, we got swim back to my hometown. Strength less for my father. I should hurry home. We got the dog boy. I met a funny dog-eared kid at the station. What was he doing here? In his letter from my father, my letter, father wrote that he will face a difficult trial. Or did he write we? I don't remember. I actually don't remember. You know, I heard it like recently. Someone was murdered tonight. Home sweet home. Welcomed me with its knives honed. What does this mean? So, as he pointed out, we took a lot of damage. So, if we use this tourniquet, it'll heal us. Notice it didn't heal us much. Eat this food. Notice how little it thingies. Drink this water. Obviously, the water's fine, because as you saw before, there's... Also, you get to keep the jar. You keep all the empty jars. You don't just, like... It's not like some video games where you lose all the jars. Oh, we slightly healed. We used a tourniquet. That was alright, wasn't it? Let's talk to these weird bird men. Talk to them in this order, right to left. Well, Barack, you're nearly dead. Got a few minutes left. I'm here to announce your demise. Can't do much on such short notice. You've been bashed on the head several times, and the locals' fists are heavy. And one of those 4 stab wounds looks deep. Significant blood loss too. And the local climate's unforgiving in terms of strain. Do you have any heart conditions? My heart's too soft. Your health is a mess. I'm guessing you haven't eaten in several days and you didn't sleep last night, did you? That's what I thought. So your hunger and exhaustion are critical too. I wonder which of these afflictions will be the death of you. So what's your plan? Any good advice? Dressing your wounds would be a good idea. Where would I get bandages? A drugstore, Barack. You've been studying surgery for 6 years and you're finding this out now? But it's not just the wounds. Even when they're dressed, you still need to be aware of your body. It's always on your side. Pay attention to its needs. I'll figure it out. What next? Next you die. Anyway. Because the whole town will soon have it out for you. And it's got nothing to do with the 3 poor souls you just did in. Great, why do they hate me? My colleague over there can explain it better. That's his role. Mine is teaching you how your body works, so you don't die before you make it home. I don't need it. I'm a doctor, remember? So yeah, these guys are tutorials. Assistant, huh? Maybe you'll even survive a day or 2 this way. Got a bite? Birdseed's fine. Food is sold in shops, though your reputation might prevent you from a warm welcome. But there's a meat warehouse nearby that was conveniently broken into recently. The perpetrators walked down the railroad tracks there, headed to the right. Think you can catch up to them? Not sure, to be honest. I'm dead tired. You can sleep at someone's place if they like you enough. I doubt there's anyone like that around, though. People have forgotten you. You do have your own house, I suppose. Do you remember where it is? Actually, I could use a map. Welcome back home, Warden. You've been away a while. You probably don't even remember the heady scent of twire in the air. Do you know why you got attacked? No clue. The whole town's looking for a murderer. A very important and respected man was killed last night. The townsfolk loved him better than some children love their fathers. Don't be too hard on them. Who was killed? You knew the victim. Less than you thought, but more than most. Don't worry, you'll learn more soon enough. But I personally can't divulge this sort of information. Investigator's privilege. So you're an investigator? Aren't we all? Everyone lies, so you can only get to the bottom of things by using your brain. That's what your father used to say. It's an actual quote by him from the way, because I happen to know him. And we got so much better acquainted today. How about you? Do you two argue much? You know him? Unlikely. He hates people who hide their faces. Indeed. Old Isidore Barak is the exemplar of a true doctor, and a true human being if a miserable one. Do you honor your father? He's the reason I returned. He summoned me with a letter, said there was a threat. Do you know something about it? Nothing's a threat to him anymore, trust me. Maybe dishonor, but even that's unlikely. You're a man of obligation after all, aren't you? Runs in the family, why? Whatever, that bit's not important. Time is short. Oh, by the way, Barak, time is important. Be careful how you spend it, and be aware that you don't have much left. I know, a few more minutes, your colleague already told me. Well, a little more. I intend to live to 80, no less. We're a long-lived family. You've got less than 2 weeks, Barak. 12 or so days. Trust me, I'm a specialist. So use your time well and hurry home now. Why are you wasting your time here? Your father's waiting. I should hurry home. That's true. That's why I returned to town after all. Be quiet. He must not hear your voice. Lean close. He speaks only in lies and wants you dead. I see. Care to elaborate on that, monkey man? Do not go home, Barak. Stay clear of home. In town, you have some friends yet, do you not? Yeah, 3 of them. We were inseparable when we were kids. The town is yours, Barak. May you soon find how deep, how far its roots run down your spine. May you inhabit it, sink through its pores, learn vein and artery, nerve and blood and cell. You need no home beyond the town itself. Forget that place you so eagerly seek. I beg forgiveness. Grievous harm will come to me should I tell you more than I can. Shut your eyes and hide under the covers then, so none can hurt you. So, yeah, you may have guessed the Birdmen and the weird monkey men, as he called them, the weird men in the masks. They're tutorials. They're like not real characters, if that makes sense. They're not people. There are infinite numbers of Birdmen. I say infinite. There are a lot of Birdmen. And there are a lot of thingies. So yeah, now we have a map. The map says that I should go to my house. That man said, don't go to the house. That guy said, follow the road down and go to the right, I think. He said, go down the tracks, and then on the right, you'd find food, I think he said. He said, the men have only just left. Follow the tracks, and then take a right. and you'll find them. Oh, a bell. So, looting things is important. It's hard to explain how important to people who've obviously never played this game, and like, I don't think I ever went this way when I played the first time. The step has 1,000 eyes. Yeah, we're not gonna go this way. Gonna head back towards the warehouse. If you look here, so it can only have meant like here or here, right? He said they went right into the warehouse. One has a lock on it. That door is passable. That's empty. Ooh. There's a light. Can we enter? It's locked. So I think I remember what's in there. But again, don't overly. So yeah, so we're thirsty, but that's not really a problem. This game has like water things basically everywhere. Whoop. Game's frame rate just decided to drop to 4. Sometimes it does that when it's like loading. I don't know, there's no one here. He said keep going and it was on the they were on the right, didn't he? He said follow the tracks and they'd be on the right. Is you see my thirst bar draining? Oh, probably meant these guys up here. Katanga. Today is meat day, Katanga. We feast on meat. Kalia? I think it's a fasting period now. Good folks don't eat meat until winter. For them. For us, today it's meat day. Ah, Bikara. I see that. Katange brought meat this morning. She said a warehouse door was left unlocked, so we took some. Boos Vlad grows fatter by the day. He works, he takes the profit. So we've decided to take the meat at least. It's at least fresh. It's cured, Kolbun. Who would keep fresh meat in a warehouse? And if you need to drink, the water is next to the factory wall, see? Barrel water is the best, brought from the steppe, but in a pinch you can drink this too. Ah, it says a water pump there now. Alright, I'll use it. You can trade him for meat. It's got meat. Not as good as fresh meat, better preserved. Tear it apart with your teeth. No fucks. Yeah, we're gonna buy this. Do we have? Ooh, we got this charm. And this what? Ooh, the watch is. Ooh, the watch is worth a pretty penny. Could do this. Actually, is there a way I can do this where I don't lose everything? No. What I could do is I could do this and keep the charm. Here's what we do. Nice. We got 2 pieces of meat. The map. Oh yeah, he wants us to just go to the pump, get some water on the other side of the wall. So yeah, that's the trading interface. You didn't really get to see it probably last time I even interacted with it. That's basically what you do. I think if I remember right, so this game has a reputation system. Once the reputation system becomes important, we'll drink and we'll get a little water from the thing. There we go, we got no empty bottles, but now we got 3 bottles of water. Yeah, when the reputation system becomes important, it'll become more of a thing, but... Oh, my brothers in spirit, behold a man, head higher than the sky, behold a creature of well-earned pride. Dare I trouble you, good sir, with trivial talk? Great, a poet, go ahead, I'm listening. Oh, how ferocious Mother Nature is, for 'tis her wrath that must be borne. Oh, friend, if only I could quench my thirst, I'd give heaven and earth for a sip of water. You're literally next to a pub. The pub is closed, good sir, but even if it wasn't, what makes it open, really? One must ask oneself, and anyway, Starmatin the curmudgeonly has introduced new rules, with another set of liquid flowing, a fiery one, a good one, but not one I need at the moment. So do you have water? I don't, but the river is right there. You'll make it, I believe you. Only brute beasts drink from the river, as proud men deserve spring water. It is brought here in barrels, but they're too often empty. I would get it there, but I've no bottles. I drink from the fountain, but I might faint first. The air is far too heavy. Yeah, I actually didn't come halfway across the country to you drink the barrel. You actually do seem about to face. Stroke seems closer than the river. You're in luck. Here, have some of mine. Whoop. Oh, it was... So he'll then trade me a tourniquet for some water. Now this is actually a pretty decent trade. Yeah, that's a pretty good trade. If I had more bottles, I'd trade him. I like that option, but yeah, it's not. We're not taking it, sadly. Yeah, there's the river. As he said. Again, good bit of tutorializing. He's not drinking from the river. Bandage. So we can buy a bandage in for some water. Or he's got a tourniquet and a bandage as well. So I assume these guys will always trade water for bandages. I don't think I've ever come back here again the previous times I played this game. But I would assume that's the thing, is they sell that. Okay, so we got going this way, head down the thing, and we're there. There's someone down there we can talk to. There's a lot of people up here we can talk to. I don't remember if we have a time yet. Yeah, we do. So it's 8:48 on day 1. This is important. Hello, child. So, are they all finished over by the stake? Trial complete? What trial? Did you hit your head somewhere, big guy? Or are you just stupid? They caught a man-eater over at Bone Stake Lot, a clay demon from the steppe. Look, I don't have time to catch up some random idiot. Wait, where's that lot? What an idiot. I'd say you're an outsider, but you dress like a factory worker. That way you hit your head. There's a lot in the Skinners. Got it. Maybe I'll take a look. She will trade you a fingernail, a morphine, or a soap. Now, I could trade the morphine for some broken scissors and this beetle, which is what we're going to do, because morphine is actually really useful. On the map, we'll head there. Yeah, we'll head down here and round, and then we'll almost be where we're going. Right? Which I don't even know if you can get over here. But we'll see. Oh, stuff's happening. A murderer walks the streets. Human or Shabak, who knows? But our kids are outside too, won't stay home no matter what we tell them. Why don't you just ground them? Everything's terrible. It started with that terrible tower. There's nothing we can do now. Kids do whatever they damn well please. Can't say anything to them, I mean that. Try and the words stick in your throat. They've become strangers to us, but what about common blood, I ask you? What about paternal love? What does this have to do with the tower? Hard to explain. The tower crushes us. Try to speak a word against it and it's as if an invisible blade slices your vocal cords. It did something to our kids, like they're crossing a river over thin ice. And you can't follow, only call after them. Do you know who built it? The Canes, of course. Let the fire of hells take them. Well, who else? If only the Sabarovs ruled this town by themselves, it'd be such a nice place. So don't worry about the kids, they're smarter than us. So relieved they brought fresh water back from the springs, otherwise we'd have to drink the Gorkon. Have you lost it? You see the abattoir over there? Guess where all its waste gets dumped. You have no sense of humor, Teneger. Who'd drink from the Gorkon? Even blood would be better. So, fresh spring water's good news, but I wonder how long it'll last. It used to last quite a while. Did something change? Fat Vlad used to manage the water bearers. Now it's his son. The father is cruel, but he knows his business. The son is kinder, but useless. He'll certainly mess everything up. Why do you think he's useless? Vlad the younger manages the water bearers now, but he's a simpleton. I've even heard rumors he might be digging a well. Surely false, of course. Even something completely incompetent wouldn't do that. Just superstition. I also believed it for a while, but not anymore. Hello. Do you have anything good to trade? You got a needle. I could trade you this charm for a needle. You've only got 2 needles though. You won't trade it for a needle and a safety pin. No one will ever trade. You're allowed to trade for less than your shit's worth, but hey, what the fuck is this? This is the person from the title screen. Hey, Karadalada, I didn't do anything. Why did they run away? I don't know, they behaved so strange. What are you doing here, Basagan? I brought my bones here. Are you kissing the skull? I'm not kissing it. It was in my hands, then people ran in. I was embarrassed and hid my face. But you haven't done anything wrong. Why are you ashamed? I won't explain to you. I did nothing wrong. I just brought my bones here. What's wrong with that? These bones are mine. I didn't steal them. I tell the truth. You should be careful with your bones, Basagan. You're acting strange, and people rarely appreciate that. What's so strange about that? They're the strange ones. Come to think of it, it isn't. Go ahead and do whatever you want, as long as it doesn't hurt anyone. It will not. But I still think you should leave. They may return. Yep, that was the thing. That was the thing that just happened. No context, just that person has bones that they carry around with them for some reason. Oh, there we go, it's 9 o'clock. See? You can keep track of the time using the thing, it's slightly useful. Wait, I can't get in here. It looked on the map like I could have. Yeah, the map definitely made it look like I could get through here. That's annoying. What about like around here? There is a jump, but you can't like jump over stuff. I mean, the easiest way is over here, but that means I have to go all the way around here. There's a reason we're not going the obvious way, in case you're wondering. I know what happens when you get to the house. And I don't remember if it lets you come back. So, you can run. One of the things about the old Pathologic was it was fucking slow. Like, stupidly slow. Oh, I can hit someone. Crying. Oh no. It was an accident, I swear. She was trying to get out, not fall down. She held so tight. Why, is there a fire or something? The cemetery got locked in. Didn't you know? Olgamiski's orders. Rumor has it the workers are on strike. Still, why not use a window on the lower floor? That's because the workers are on the edge. They're steppe people, but not animals. They have feelings. They want to live, but it gets worse for them year by year. Worse? People are like sunflower seeds to Big Vlad. He extracts their lifeblood like oil. They've had enough. They've had it working both day and night shifts so often. So he locks them in to keep them contained, to protect the town, or we'd have a riot. A third of the town works for the Bull Enterprise. Are they all inside? Like beasts in a cage. Doesn't bode well. So there's different dialogue. So yeah, you can loot her, but like it says, they'll know. People will see you loot the body and be like, yo, what the fuck? Why did you loot that dead body? We'll go this way and... Yeah, this doesn't seem to be turned down, but this is... So yeah, remember when I said this game was unpleasant? Her screamed, the poor thing. It must have hurt terribly. Could she have been a person? Clay doesn't scream. What have you done? It wasn't us. She was already burning when we came here. We tried to save her, but he's called Vigilante. Oh yes, I saw your valet. If it wasn't you, then who? Hell if I know. They think it was the clay wench, the one who killed the old man. But I guess it wasn't. Oh, poor sinners. What old man? Go away, go away. It's bad enough as it is. Welcome home, Artemy. You can actually loot the fire. Didn't know that. Get a charm. That's cool. I mean, it's not cool. They burned that woman to death. Oh, right. Let's go see if we can loot that body now everyone's moved. I don't think you can. I don't think it's like a sightline thing. Hello. I think this is like a sneak. This happens when I press C. See how it like dulls all the sound and stuff. I think it's like a sneak. Oh wait, our body's been moved. I suppose we did play a cutscene. Now we can head to the house. Don't worry, I'm sure it'll be fine. Nothing fucked up ever happens in this game. Right? Oh, there's just people over here we can talk to. Talk to the guards. Talk to these guys sitting on the front. I presume these are guards. Where do you think you ought to go in? Can't you see it's blocked? What's going on here? None of our business, and none of yours. The orders are not to let anyone in. I see. So you can't go in. Even if I wanted to. You're not allowed in. Yeah. This game is a lot of this. Obviously, the start of the game, a lot of exposition. Get used to that. There being like sound that you'd Hello. Is this the house? No. That's a grocery store. Oh, there's one of the masked dudes. Hello, friend. At last, a crowd now gathers round my act. Sit down like that, now watch death by starvation. Too busy, but speaking of starvation, have you got any food at all? I'd cut a man open for some dry old toast. So the good sir fancies a slice. Have one. Shan't last. In half hour's time my act resumes. Come see. Death by starvation, lads and lasses. That's okay. I'll just find another freak with toast. Wrong. You should look for freaks that trade in trash. Perhaps home-owning freaks too foolish to see as you rummage through their paltry things. I respect other people's property. That's so? Then our good audience shall their eyes soon feast upon our play. Death by starvation. Barack, can you now feel their hungry stares? Fair enough, can I get a lockpick then? Either buy daily bread or barter for it. There's always burglary too. Yeah, so he's not taking the piss, by the way. Like, see how much food I lost just walking around the town? It's quite hard. Also, it doesn't it really says something that this guy is like outside this mansion that is very clearly locked. These children are... Oh, I can talk to the child. Hey, big fella, on your way here, did you hear anything like a train? What train? Oh, an outsider too. We send meat and skins to the outside world, and they send back a big old train of provisions. Mostly stuff we can't make. Dad says it's like living out at sea on a faraway island. Your dad work at a factory, the skinnery, or the cannery? Huh? No, my dad's a postman. If he worked at the factory, whew, I wouldn't be here at all, because Mum would have had an abortion. Jesus Christ. It beats unemployment. The train's already 2 weeks late. We might well starve soon, like we've almost run out of sweets. Uda bartered away all her buttons for a lump of sugar yesterday. Unbelievable. Unbelievable indeed. I'd keep my buttons. So yeah, they're basically telling you, hey, the kids like sweet stuff and stuff. If you have any of it, you can trade it to the kids, like, for basically a chickadee. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. Step has gotten into you. Who breathes there in the fall, dies before he sees it all. Nice poem, you write that yourself? If only I'll never be that good. When do you last sleep? The circles around your eyes, the wheezing, just observing facts. You an outsider? I'm a local, just been away for a while. Mom says that while twa, chickenpox, crowberry, and swish joy all bloom, you'll have to sleep every 5 hours, or your head will explode. You're thinking of a stroke. Huh? Are you a doctor or something? I hate doctors. Mom says all doctors are slackers and frauds. Even old Barack. I'm a surgeon. Ever considered having your tongue removed? Yeah, so when you talk to people, you basically like gain rep. They're all stood over a dead body. How? Why? Curse this air, this mind-numbing odor. What do we do now? Why did you do that to her? In the morning, people screamed about a steppe abomination that had left no footprints and had bones for legs. But now look, it's only a girl, a steppe girl, sure, but alive. How can you live with this now? Us? Wasn't us that did this. Unspeakable thing. We'd like to find the scum who did and lay her down next to this girl. How long have people been this crazed? Have you been listening, lad? I'm telling you, this is the first time. The world's coming to an end. I can't believe my eyes. So what did we get? Shabanak Adir, a clay golem of local legend, steals the shape of young women. Oh, there's a clay golem, dude. Oh, it's doing something. Please tell me the game didn't just crash. It tried to crash. I don't know what that'll look like in the recording, but it tried to crash. Interesting. I swear this game used to run fine. Like, I don't know what's quite happening. I'll look into it before the next time I play. Oh, it's an Odogong. Look at his weird head. This guy's... If you see a man run, men are angry today. They kill the likes of you and I. You think we have anything in common, Odong? We're not human, we're different. Fortunately, I am made of flesh and blood, so I'll take your advice. You look like murderer. Do not delve into the town's flesh if you want to live. Keep to the outskirts, less people here. Thanks, Worm. I can't. I have business at the heart of the town. Actually, that's what I'm going to say to him. And here's where we're going. There. Locked shut, won't let anyone in, not that I object. There must be order, and so it was ordered. Our house was locked. Who ordered that? Saburov, of course, the governor. And where did my father go? So you're Barak's son, then, the one who left town so long ago. You missed him by hours. Guess it wasn't in the cards. Couldn't you have gotten here, say, yesterday? Everything would be different then. And he waited for you so eagerly. I know, I got here as far as I could, so where's father? Guess your best wasn't good enough. What do you mean? Old Barak is dead. Dead? Dead. No one knows how. Rumor has it he was murdered, a load of bull. He was like a father to us. Who would kill him? I don't buy it. So that's who was killed tonight. The crowd's gone mad like frightened children. So eager to catch someone, anyone, and no idea who. Some say it was an outsider's, others a shabnak. When it hits home, people are quick to drag the clay wench from the depths of memory. Why an outsider? Who else? And a shabnak? Honestly, you're hardly better than a pack of children. A shabnakadir, a thing of steppe legends. Yes, I know about it. Well, maybe the killer was a shabnak. Well, who else? A person couldn't have done it. People are capable of anything, Father says. Used to say this often. Oh, but of course he wasn't killed. People are mad with grief, so they parrot nonsense. And Saburov, he's only too happy to prey on those rumours. He'll dig his claws deep into this case and flaunt his value, mark my words. A domineering leader, then. Tell me about it. Obviously it isn't murder, but he's given the order to seize anyone who might even be remotely suspicious. If I were you, I wouldn't go to Saburov. Although he did take the key. And you probably want to pay your last respects to your father. He was taken by Saburov's men. Where? No clue. People used to bring the dead to your father, you know. A doctor. How will we live now? No idea. Unbelievable. The war, the train delayed. What a terrible year. Do you even have a place to stay now? I have friends in town. 3 at least. They'll help me. Do you think they still remember you? It's been 6 years after all. Well, maybe not all of them. But someone has to, right? And we can talk to this person.
Don't spit into the wind. For your own sake. If nothing else.
Why are you covered in blood? I fell down the stairs. You're an outsider. I've never seen you before, and I know everyone. Yikes, kid. Why are you glaring at me like that? What I want to know is, why are you covered in blood? Haven't you seen what the streets are like? Whatever. But I'll remember you. Likewise. Nice meeting you. L. Boom. Blood. Isidore Barak. Dead. Nerves. Sticky. This will fill in. I don't remember what it does, but it will fill in, I promise. Where do I go now? Lara Ravel lives by the river, in a house called The Shelter. We used to be friends when we were kids. Hopefully she'll at least let me stay at her place. Rubin's my father's student, and was a brother to me. I should see him. He will help. Alexander Saburov, the town's governor, is in charge of the investigation. I remember him as a stern man. Father's dead. I was too late. So that was the link to someone was murdered. Father's letter said we. So there's a link between these two and something here. The fact that someone's attacked me is sort of linked to this, so there's probably something linking the two. Redhead Gregory Fillin, aka Bad Grief, always goads me into doing such crazy stunts. We used to have a secret lair in the warehouse. And then the Shabnak Golem. So, if I open my map, this is one thing that's better about this game that the old Pathologic didn't have, is you can basically like see where things are. So I can go to this guy, Rubin. That's probably who we'll go to. I can't enter the house because I don't have the key. That guy said I should go and see what's his face about the key, right? But I don't know where he is unless it's marked on the map, but I don't think it is. Clothes, pharmacy, grocery. Actually, be one of these red buildings. The station, the abattoir. The red building's where Lara lives. The black building is where Isidore Barak is. So basically, the red building is where someone important lives, if I remember right. We'll head to this just because we're near it, and there's not really a reason not to. We could head to a grocery. There is a clothes shop there as well, but we don't have like any money. Yeah, we got 23 money, and I have a feeling that the clothes shop will only take money, and we won't be able to buy any clothes. Oh, there's something happening here. Look at that. Down the route we wanted to go, there's something happening. Everyone, calm down now. No more mob justice. What the fuck do you want? Everything's dealt with over here. No more blood. What is dealt with? The murderers. It wasn't them. And even if it was, it's up to the judge to decide. Are you one of the crazies who can't keep their fists in checks? I'm Artemery Barak, Isidore's son. I only arrived today. Something happened this night. I'm not sure what exactly myself. Then a rumor spread. A step golem had stolen a woman's shape and started to kill. Stone Age idiocy. They beat several step girls to death. I wonder if Twa drives folks insane. Are these the ones who beat the girls to death? They tried. That's alright though, they'll be taken to their town hall and dealt with. I was also attacked today, then I can hardly be confused for a girl. Absurdity! How could that happen? How could anyone call themselves human after that? God. Go. Calm down and be on your way. You're a tough one. You should be a foreman of the abattoir. Yeah, don't beat these men up. Don't do anything. Probably. They might have done actually. I don't know whether or not they did anything. I don't know where the town hall is either. Which is the biggest thing. I mean, the town hall I would assume would be this big building here. Again, like I say, I don't really remember anything about this game. So like the layout of the map, something. Oh, something happened. They couldn't suspect me of patricide, could they? Of course not. Impossible. So you're old Barack's son? Yes? I've got bad news. Could it get any worse? Someone sharing your features spilled blood. It's became known. People want revenge. They say that whoever murdered the 3 men at the station today is also responsible for Simon Kane's death. Yeah, what else are they responsible for? What else? You won't like it. The townsfolk realize murder's no longer taboo. People sense they can kill others now. First they looked for a Shabak Adyik and killed several women. Then they went after the steppe creatures, Odagos. They're frightened. They turn to animals. Have there been many victims? Yes, but you're too filled with your own grief to care. You're wrong. You have nothing to do with it, I know. I'm a ferryman, well, almost. Actually, I'm a train driver. I know you were on my train. I wasn't alone, by the way. But you were. We drivers can feel the living weight. There was only one human on that train. You. I had suspected it was just a dream. The townsfolk aren't too fond of ferrymen and drivers, so we will help you. Go to a quay, show your face to a worm, and he'll take you wherever you ask for a fingernail. Show your face to a man, and he'll help you out with equipment. I have a fingernail already. I think I spilled blood last night. Rumor will spread in no time. A Shabnak jog always steals the form of a woman, but that's mere illusion, broken the moment it starts to run. That's when you notice the legs made of bone or clay. It leaves no trace behind. When it runs, the illusion dissolves like a smell carried away on the wind. Here's my method. If it doesn't have any brains, that means its head is made of clay. Take it right to the cemetery. Right, the cemetery's where they come from. Lots of clay there and bones. I was making fun of you idiots. Then you must be an outsider. If you'd lived here as long as I have, you'd sing a different tune. Here the earth is alive, it bears more than crops. Sometimes it spits out a horror so unfathomable. You spend the whole night sleeping in fits and starts. Clay and bones cultivate a beast. People don't kill other people around here. Only a Shabnak would do that. I'm a local. How fares your kind, Katanga? Poorly. We the Katange must help each other out. You are our kin. You mustn't get into fights, Tanga. You'll always lose, no matter who remains standing. I'd rather lose standing. Think, Tanga, if they kill you, then it's bad, right? But if you kill them, it's still bad. Everyone will hate you, won't let you in, sell you food or barter, you'll be hunted. Do you need a wolf's life? But they don't treat each other that way. We are the kin, they dislike us. I'm a half-breed. I only have a stepbrother on my father's side. Don't get into fights, Unete. Clear up your name first. As time passes, people suspect you. Then do what you please. Bayala. Yeah, so like I say, a lot of talking in these early bits. I find myself exhausted, soon to fall. Dead tired, they say. I wonder what it means. It means you need some sleep. But woe is me, I've no place to sleep. Doors locked before this low tragedian, now unwelcome here in his hometown. Is there no bunkhouse for the needy in town? Who knows? But you, Barak, are no mere tramp. A hero such as you won't be let in. I'll sleep when a lockpick might let me in if I could get one. That I do have for you here. Have one still. What? Go home, Barak. Repose will do you good. But should you find another's cot, be quick to steal sleep. Sweet dreams, misfortune seeker. No need. I've been there already. If I don't want to place the cot, I'll become dead tired. Perhaps literally. There are firemen in town waiting for me. Yeah, so as I was saying before, a lot of setup. A lot of this game is deciding what you want to do and going and doing it. Which I know is what you'd say about a lot of games. Obviously all these... Do you still have a name? What do you mean still? It will remain me even as I die. Father threw his out. He's faceless now. Makes me sad. Cheer up. Facing names are only fiction. Guess he did something bad. I wonder what. Or something good. That's usually how it goes. Really? Do you know for sure? Because he can't tell now. You just... don't stop loving him. Everyone's losing their mind. Hell, they'll start looking for ghosts and boogeymen soon. Shabnaks don't exist. It's just the damn twire blooming. Do you know who started the rumour? Who could ever figure that out now? You know, I swear I recognise your face. Who are you? Wrong, sister. You couldn't possibly know who I am. So, yeah. You know what? We'll nip in the clothes shop while we're next to it and just see how much clothes are to buy. Like I say, a lot of the early game is talking to people, finding out what's happening. As you can tell, the step's kind of a fucked up place to be. It's not great. As the game said, you can fight people. It would not recommend you do. Could fight them and kill by the very thing that kind of made him summon me so urgently. It is possible. So sometimes this will just fill out. Like, Barack will just think of things that, like... Yeah, look, shoes are 500. Cloth gloves are 200. No, 500 as well. One and unimpressive for doing dirty work. Obviously... Oh, I can sell him stuff. You know, maybe we buy one of these? Maybe we buy, like, the gloves. If we've got the stuff. I don't think we do, though. At least charms are actually worth a decent amount. Oh, we could actually. I don't really want to sell the meat. I thought about selling the meat for a second then. And then I realized that, like, that's a bad idea. Luckily, when you sell the shops, you can actually. You could sell 2 of these. Keep one. And then see if we can get 100 money from somewhere. Sell this nut. Probably not the best idea, but we're gonna do it anyway. Scrap name. When a person's done with their name, they discard it. It does actually mean something. We could sell the bull bell. We have to get 32. Which we could do by selling this or one of these matches. Sell one of these matches. There we go. Could keep the bell. Now this'll do. We'll sell these. We have a pair of gloves. People hide. Oh no! Do you see that? Do you see that in the top? Where is it? Town. No one cares. 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 People hide their eyes when they see me. Are things more expensive now? No, not yet. Okay, that's good. Things get a lot worse. Like that person said, people think you killed your father. That's the rumor that's going round. And with all the other murders that are happening, people are willing to believe it. People are definitely very, very willing to believe that you killed your father. And it gets worse from here. Let me just say that. It gets a lot better before it gets worse. Other way around. It gets a lot worse before it gets better. Let's go see our father's student. Can't go badly, right? 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 Guys? This dude? Remember this dude? From the opening?
Can you believe this place? They don't even have a hospital here.
He's got my posh boy voice down. Because I can't do that voice. He actually sounds... He sounds more like me than he does sounds like my posh voice. All I'd have to do is put in a little bit of a deeper voice. You know, he sounds like that. Would I do that? He's meant to be really posh, and I'm not really posh. Ugh. Anyway. Hello. Well, one thing is clear. You're a very, very lucky man. Which means you need to take care of yourself. You're so careless, Varrock. It's Artemi Varrock, right? Barak. Artemi Barak. Apologies. Oh, may I ask, is it true that your actions have already resulted in 4 deaths? I'm not in the habits of spilling my guts to strangers, especially when they can't even remember my name. Daniel Dankovsky, Bachelor of Medicine, at your service. But before we speak any further, I'd like to clarify a rather crucial thing. Just how highly do you hold your sense of duty? Too highly, clearly. It brought me back to this wretched town. Well, from this point on, you owe me. I just saved you from a rather grisly fate. I don't remember seeing a rescue team. Your Reuben has utterly murderous intents. Isidore made quite a lot to him. Your father was his mentor. Reuben even considers himself old Barak's true son, unlike you. Anyway, he thinks you're to blame for your father's death. What a load of... I managed to convince him that you didn't actually kill Isidore. Well, not empirically. But I'm under the impression that in Reuben's mind, you still caused your father's death. You did, after all, take your sweet time getting here. Well, Isidore was counting on your help. Is that true? No, it's not. I've since foul playing by them to save me from my best friend. Trying to guilt trip me here, that's clever. Well, let him anyway. It is, I thought about myself. Yeah, I did, to be fair. Look, you have my condolences, Varrock. He still calls him Varrock! That's so good! Oh, he goes, oh, you're Artemi Varrock. And he goes, no, I'm Artemi Barak. I'm not even going to listen to you if you don't call me the right name. And then he just goes, he just doesn't fucking care. Look, you have my condolences, Varrock. But since we've established that you owe me, let's explain how you'll repay your debt. Things are about to get a little tense, and I need only one thing. Just do exactly as I tell you. You're a doctor, right? Or we can say Barak. How are things going to get tense? I'm a surgeon, a good one. We haven't established that I owe you anything, buddy. Barak, and how are things going to get tense? Today's tragedy won't be the last. I was blessed with a naturally high intelligence, and my observations indicate that a very deadly visitor has come to this godforsaken town. That's all I can say. For now. I don't like you, bachelor whatever. Allow me to sum it up. Reuben told me he's the only decent doctor in town. But you're a competent surgeon. I need you alive, healthy, and quiet. Close at hand. Spare me any wild improvisations. I'll be the one handling the situation. Modicum morbo adhiber. I need to see if you're any good first. For now, cheers. I always suck to this stupid language. I'll assume it was an apology. That's pretty funny. How about you just shut up? I'll deal with Reuben myself. No mirror required. Where is he? Gone to carry out my orders. From now on, your Reuben does what I tell him to. He entered my service of his own accord. I suggest you do the same. It will help everyone. Stubbornness is my guiding star, second only to my sense of duty. I suggest you put your high intelligence to good use and get out of my way, Barak. Barak is now part of the nerves section. And I now know, and now Tom Dandy informed me that Stark considers me a patricide. Madness. I guess it's for the best I missed him. So, yeah, Artemi Barak. Well, people now avoid me in the streets. That's always good. Like the thing says, loot wherever possible. If it doesn't give you some sort of, hey, don't do this. This is how you save. You press this, game saved. I know I said we might quit after the first time I save, but actually we won't. I don't know why the Bachelor doesn't seem to care that I'm stealing his shit. Not that I'm necessarily complaining. I've never done this before. I was just kind of assume. Why does he have a skull in a jar? I was just kind of assumed that the Bachelor would have some sort of problem with me stealing all his shit, but apparently not. Put this in the knife. You know, a rusty scalpel. Excellent. Just what you always want in a video game. A nice rusty scalpel. A bar. Yeah, what the hell? I have genuinely, I've played this game like a few times, and a couple of times. I've done this opening section. Like I said before. And look at that. People lock their windows and hide children as I approach. People now really hate me. That's good. What if I crowd? I suppose he'll know that I'm robbing the place because he's literally sat there and he can see me. Oh, hello. What do kids sound like? So what? So what? Is the asshole in there? The one with the carpet bag? Watch your tongue, boy. Oh, actually, no. I'm gonna say, yeah, he's in there. I hereby grant you every right to throw something at him if you desire. But where's Dr. Ruben? We need a doctor. Ruben isn't here, kids. We got 0 Rubens in stock. There's been a disaster. Alma, Duke, and Wolfing were poisoned. Where are they? In a warehouse with little flags. Go down to the railroad and to the left. You'll see it. Lead the way. I can't. I need to go to a drugstore and find bones and a whistle and a shovel, or Notkin will bite our heads off. You'll find the place on your own. It's easy. Bones and a whistle. I will. I know that warehouse. We won't. What do you want? You're the man everyone's after, right? You look like in the descriptions. The one and only. Really? Well, whatever. It's good we found you. We need help. What for? We need to hold a trial for a murderer, and we can't do it without you. Will you help? The fastest judge in town is camping out at Ruben's place. You've caught a murderer, or was it the murderer? It's hard to say. Will you come? Well, if you tell the truth, then I'm in luck. Courthouse is a warehouse. The one with the little flags. Hurry up, they're starting soon. The warehouse with the little flags? Yeah, this is the same place that guy just told us to go to. So now we have 3 poison patients in a warehouse. Local urchins to find a murderer. Seems like local urchins need assistance. So we can go help the urchins down by the thing. So, like, we can go over here, cross the river, go down, go to this thing, then go visit the urchins. You know what? What we'll do is we'll do it in the opposite direction. We'll go visit the urchins, then we'll go to the other place, and that will basically be the end of the episode. Because from what I remember, that would be a good place to end, because it'll be the first, like, real save point of the game. Yeah, it'll be the first, like, proper save point. Okay, also, now, walking around the town is dangerous. I will say that now. There we go. J. There's a hunt going on. Looking for a person with my features. Everyone hates me, I'll be hunted. Until I can raise my rep up, the game has now become a survival horror. So no more, whenever possible, we won't be taking the roads. Trade this guy for a tourniquet. What was it these guys had? This dude had a bandage. We had one more, we could trade him for a bandage. We'll keep the water. We can always come back here. This guy wanted to talk to me. You're being hunted. You'll need a weapon. Pushing me in the direction of bloodshed, huh? Like you need pushing. Listen, we respect old Barak. You're the only person who can replace him. We don't want to see you dead too. So what do you suggest? Just so happens that no one carries firearms in these parts. It's peaceful time. Peaceful my ass. And it just so happens that I have a revolver. Can't give it away for free for a reasonable price though. Why can't you just give it to me? I work in pickling. The factory stopped working today. We feared it may be the first sign of serious trouble. Big Vlad's no charity. He cares little for his workers. If I lose my job, our family is about to have a very rough time. Surely you understand. I do. How much? 3,000. Are you nuts? I don't have this kind of money. I can wait for 2 days. If you don't take it by then, I'll do business with someone else. My circumstances are humble. As for the money, you'll have no trouble getting it. Isidore must have left you an inheritance. It's hard to talk about it now, I understand, but business is business. Drop it, I didn't come to save my inheritance. Second, Isidore must have taught you how to hear and pick medicinal herbs. They're in bloom now, and merchants in the Broken Hearted give you a decent price for them. Fine, I'll be back tomorrow. Can I take a look at the revolver? Oh, I guess you will. It's not even that good condition. Yeah, the thing is like I really wish I remembered where the town was. The town hall. It must be like this building, right? Maybe this one. Yeah, we'll head to this building when we get around there. The gut, the hindquarters, the backbone, the marrow, the spleen. Yeah, just ignore this bit. We'll walk past this bit at some point, but that bit's very interesting. Yeah, we'll head to like this area after we're done in this bit. This bit is like the only bit where like you're okay. Like you're fine in the factory, and you're fine in the warehouses. Everywhere else, I'm hated, and people will attack me on sight. So until I can improve my thingy in those areas, it's fucked basically. Time to cross the river. So yeah, we'll go see the children. We'll see what they need as help. Yeah, helping out children. That's a good way to get your rep up, right? Doesn't matter that they're like punk children, right? They're still kids. People like it when you help kids. Yeah, it's like this way. I will eventually learn the town. When I played this last time, yeah, see, this is where we ended up last time. Well, this is where we ended up before. When I played this last time, you quite quickly get used to the town. I wanted to look at the map quite as often. We will head to the town hall when we get a chance. If I can remember where it is. Look, see everyone, the doctor's here. So you found the murderer and ahead of their trial. Of course we did, it took us 2 hours. Where are they? Ask Notkin, he's waiting for you. Said it's trial first, punishment after. What about the victims? I told someone was poisoned. You're too late, they died. Why wouldn't... What? What kind of doctor, right? The kids are dead, no one gives a damn. Not kids, worse, they were our dogs, Alma, Wolfling, and Duke. Who poisoned them? Someone evil. Notkin's planning on holding a trial, he wants you to be here too. Well, at least I made it in time for a trial. Not all is lost. That traitor. Lika saw you this morning, by the way. How you got off the train and beat those thugs to a pulp? Who's Lika? He killed Duke Wolfling and Alma, not him. Do I need to make sure he's a real culprit first? I'm speaking from experience. Can you climb up here? No, you can't. Couldn't remember if you could.
I'll take you to your end, rend, tend, mend.
Okay, you're weird. You're here, good. The trial can begin. But who's the accused, kids? Shouldn't you at least present them to me? A question first. They say you're no son to old Barak. He was a doctor. He saved lives. He'd said that you kill instead. Is that true? Ah, so that's who the accused is. Answer the question, please. Are you a murderer or no? Killing is not necessarily murder. Calm down. No need to get defensive. Or are you so uncomfortable during this in front of my soul and a halves? Don't calm down, me boy. You want to put me on trial? Go on then. Tell me, is it right to kill? We need to know what you believe. Old Barak wasn't just a doctor to us, he's a teacher. He knew how to live. You say you are his son, so you ought to take his place and answer. Is murder acceptable? No, killing's never right. Never forget that. Only protect a loved one. Only in self-defense. It's right to kill someone who preys on the weak and defenseless. To take revenge against those who deserve it. Only in self-defense. So murder can be right sometimes. Who are you planning on killing, boy? It's not about me, but about us. My soul and a halves always hang together. Answer the question. Take your time if you need to. You may very well be choosing our fate. Is killing sometimes acceptable, or is it never acceptable? Well, those are two different questions, right? Murder is never acceptable. It's not okay to murder someone. Killing is sometimes acceptable, like I said, in self-defense. I'm gonna say no, murder's not acceptable. Good. We now know the kind of man you are. Here ends the trial. You're free to go. So you know me, huh? That was quick. Guess I should talk to you if I'm ever confused. So that adds a Notkin to my list of people. Didn't change the thought tree, but that's fine. More kids to talk to. Knives, scissors, blades, razors, anything sharp. If you got a sharp axe, I'm interested. How about sharp wit? Good deeper than a knife. Those items are what I barter for. We need them. And what would you need? Give me for sharp objects. Lock-picking shivs. If you're handy with locks, you can open 3 or 4 doors with one, brand new, and needles. Good for smaller locks, like locker locks. Do you trade needles for knives? Strange. Oh, so you aren't local. We aren't allowed razors. If they catch us, we'll be grounded for a year. Might even get spanked. Nice try with the bullshit. Razors aren't the owns. Where do you get all these pins? To bring them to the tailor shop. Sure, train full of needles to outside my window. Happy now? Why'd you care? We barter because we don't need pins anymore. We've outgrown them. Listen, you're all... Yeah, listen, kid. Are you a butcher? I'm a surgeon. It's like a butcher, but with a sharpened knife. So he'll trade me all sorts of crap. Things like fishing hooks and broken scissors. Ooh, we can stock him on a little bit more morphine. We don't really need a lockpick, right? We've got 2. Yeah, we got 2 lockpicks at the minute. We don't really need a lockpick. For 10, we could buy 1 of these and 2 of these. There we go. And then we could take the immunity boosters. Can you like eat the soap? You can touch the soap. Touch the soap. Where'd the immunity boosters go? So we can boost our immunity. Not much, but we can boost it a bit. I don't know what that does. Oh, we're running low on food. Let's eat both these bits of meat. Om nom nom. And drink one of these waters. Ease. Look at that. We're keeping our food stuff up. Got some peanuts. So yeah, we keep the peanuts and the chestnuts. Kids like buying these. And they don't give you much things. What else did I just buy from him? Marbles. Ah, that'll be good. Kids all want them. This piece of toast. What was the other thing I bought? Oh, needles. Yeah, it's got like the Resident Evil inventory system. You can upgrade this later. Talk to the kid. Thank you for actually coming. You're so brave. Look, we all made a gift for you to welcome you here. See, it's bread. Please don't frown. It's all we can spare. We need to eat too. There's a lot of mouths to feed here. Thank you. When I get my house back, come visit. I'll return the favor. Sorry it's so stale, and drink the milk fast, because it'll go bad soon. But the water's fresh from a ravine. So you kids are all hungry too? Well, yeah, we're on our own after all. I can't accept this gift. But you're a guest, take it, or else we'll get bad luck. We need luck more than we need food right now. Okay. If I start taking food from half-starved urchins, I'll be the one with bad luck. Forget it. Oh, I can buy shoes from her. I got a cloth mask. What will you give me for these? Oh, look at that. We got things worth 2. No. This one's worth 4 though. Do we want a mask or do we want shoes? A mask seems like it's more important, right? Yeah, in a game about being not getting sick, having a face mask seems more important.
Good, evil. There's only warm and cold, limber and stiff.
Yep, right, kid.
What?
What? So, is revenge bad too? Revenge is inevitable, boy. I'm already plotting mine. Wow, is that so? This changes things. How come? So you say murder is bad, but it's easy for you to say. You've gave Wolfling a bone, never fed Duke, never met Leaker. I'd like to see if you'd change your tune when you actually encountered the traitor. I'd bet my soul you'd lose it and snap his neck. A bone? So the victims were dogs. Who did you think they were? Nothing. So why'd you ask me about revenge? Here's the deal. You're so full of the milk of human kindness, go and meet Leaker for yourself. And if you truly, honestly believe a lying, cheating lowlife like him deserves to be free, let him go free. But if you figure he needs to be taught a lesson, give him this leash. It'll bring him back here, guaranteed. Is this a black mark of sorts? No, it's a leash. He'll know what it means. You won't. Alright, I'll take it. We have a deal. Murky says it's by the Gumstone. Who's Murky? The girl in the corner. She was the one who told us you're a killer. So what's this stone you were talking about? The Gumstone. Step forward from the basket. Aren't you supposed to know all this? Or do you stepfolk have different names for everything? Yeah, the stepfolk call it the Urhealy hatred. See you around, pups. The soul and halves want to punish the couple by pointing their dogs. I don't want them to do something they'll regret for the rest of their lives. See, Artemi Brock's not, he's not a bad dude. He's alright. He's alright. You know, he wants to help these kids. But he also, you know, doesn't want to fucking... Oh, you know what? We'll go do this. This seems like a good way to end out the episode. We'll do this, go talk to him, and then we'll go to the kids. We'll do this, go back to the kids. We were gonna go the other way, but I think from the first game, again, like I say, I never finished the first game either, but I know what this is from the first game. I don't know how it'll go down. It's probably different to how it goes down in this. Most things are, but I know who this will be. And if you've been paying attention, pause the video now and see if you can work out if you know who this will be. You should be able to, from context clues, be able to know who this is. And if you remember what he said at the start of the game as well, or like near the start when we met him, you might know what's about to happen. Also, because this game doesn't just have saving, my choice here matters. Said it was here, right? They said the thing I was looking for was here, right? She might be able to... Ah, there they are. Remember this guy? Gave me the bandage.
The worst is yet to come.
Look at you, feeling better, but the town's not too welcoming, is it? Don't worry, the step is wide. It can hide anyone. What brings you here? I am feeling better. Thanks for helping me there. You're welcome. I'd tell you scratch my back and I'll scratch yours, but I'm not the type to demand back scratching back. So what do you want? Need another wound rest? I'm looking for the punk who poisoned the boy's dogs. Know where he is? Why'd you ask? Tell me straight. You the one who poisoned the dogs? All lies. I'm a good, kind soul. Explain yourself. The soul and a halves are the real punks, and Notkin's the worst. And punks deserve to suffer, right? But you can't hurt them, they just wipe the blood away and keep going. So you need to hit them where it does hurt, right in the heart. Make them see how it feels. Hit them where it hurts, huh? I think they were right. This world doesn't need people like you. You're disgusting. Scram. Wonderful. So off you go. By the way, if you need anyone to confirm that you only arrived this morning and couldn't have murdered anyone last night, just say the word. I'll run to Saburov and testify. Yeah, that would be useful, actually. Wait me by the town hall. The dog killer is a dog head who saw me at town. The test on my alibi will be at town hall. I wonder what the not Kim will think of this. So, if you give him the leash, they don't kill him. He basically becomes a dog. Like, you remember at the start he said something about how he'd lost his leash? Wait, I still have that leash, right? Yeah. Yeah, they basically turn him into a dog. It like breaks him. It like mind breaks him basically. It's real bad. I do remember doing this first time. And then the second time I played this game, I basically told him, fuck you, I'm not doing it. And they went and killed him. Well, actually, no, I think I told him I thought murder was okay in certain situations. In which case he goes, like, the kid goes and kills him. He says, like, oh, that's fine then. We can just murder the guy that killed the dogs. And they just go kill him. I see, this is the thing, right? So, you know how most games say there are consequences to your actions? This game makes me think there genuinely will. Like, I'm gonna go tell them, hey, I let him live because of this thing, and they'll go, oh, you probably shouldn't have done that, and then go and kill him anyway. I'm gonna talk to him though. So, but you may have noticed you don't get to play conversations back. So, if you miss a conversation line, you miss the conversation line. It's like a conversation in real life. There aren't any dialogue trees. You just talk to people, and that's it.
Maybe Khan and I should bury the hatchet?
Who's Khan? Jester thinks you're a decent sword, and he's not the only one, so behold, we solemnly grant you this leash. It means you're always welcome here, and you may even get your own half one day. Not everyone does. Don't go singing my praises just yet. I let you poison a go. You let him go? If I'm to replace my father, here ends your first lesson. This changes nothing. Keep the leash, but for now go. I need to think. You'll understand why one day, boy. You do that, it'll do you good. So he basically said, what a twist. I robbed us all in halves of their revenge, but they're somehow thankful for this. I actually didn't expect that. I genuinely thought that they'd be pissed off. Because obviously I've like never done it that way. I've always thought it'd be good to have these people on my side. I guess like they said, like his dad was his father was like a teacher to them, right? So they weren't after him to just be a sort of yes man. They didn't want Artemi to tell them what to do. They did want him to tell them what to do. They want him to be like an actual, you know, moral compass rather than just being a dick. Milk. Can of tuna. All sorts of food. Sell him some soap. I don't actually know if this is useful, so I'm gonna sell him it. Mostly because it also takes up a lot of space. That would give me 36. Is there any food I can buy for 36? Not really. Fuck me, that's a lot of money. Could buy a can of food. We have got some food. Yeah, no, we actually will close this. Actually, no, we can still sell him the soap, right? It just takes 36 money off it. How are we doing for food? We're actually doing okay. If we eat this, it'll fill the bar. The exhaustion's getting pretty bad though. Should probably go to sleep soon. I told that kid to meet me outside the town hall. Like what we do next time, I think. But like I say, last thing we're doing now is we'll go see this guy. Our old friend, apparently. There he is. We'll talk to the guy above him first. Grigory's reflection. Even in a handcrafted town like this, there is an underground, a rat's nest, at odds with the law, at odds with good morals. People come to them with dubious challenges and requests. Just say it out loud, they're thieves. You know my master, he is your friend, and he hasn't changed much since you last saw him. He always loved to live on the edge, never was a stickler for rules. But he was never truly vile or cruel. Yet he has changed. He wants to seem a kingpin, a king. A local tsar in his own small turf. Wants to seem not to be, play a big wheeler dealer. But that's not who he really is. He's just... Thieves and rats never tolerate false leaders. You tell me they're all playing war here? Such is our town. You know it yourself. It's a very good village. Beautiful people live here, infusing it with a very spiritual dream. There's no real villainous crime here. Even the rats and the thieves are softer. Dreams live in the upper town, not here. Closer to the bridge square. Would you like to know what your old friend is truly worried about now? He's playing a dashing scoundrel in front of you, but his soul is trembling. Well, why? He's worried the blood started to spill now, and it was probably spilled by his men. The people who rubbed shoulders with him, hiding their teeth at first. He's worried you'll think he has it all under control, meaning today's craze is his doing. How do you know he even has a conscience? I am his reflection. Who else is to know what his heart is worried about? Touching. Perhaps he is partially responsible. Perhaps he did corrupt them with his talk of how any law is but chains one must break in order to become free and truly human. But he never wanted bloodshed. Keep that in mind. So the fellow bit off more if he can chew. We'll see where it leads.
The wench has us all over a barrel. Nothing to be done about it now.
Well, he's got a voice like this. This is how he's gonna sound. Well, look, he's doing the Dio thing. Well, no, not Dio, the Jotaro thing. Well, look who's entered my humble town. Could that be my pal, Artemy the artist? The Artemy who cuts arteries, maybe? No, I don't recognize this man. Too soft. They must have kept him swaddled and coddled, whatever palace he ran off for. Palace? I left for school. Good to see you too. A little bird told me you're a hard-boiled criminal now. I'll admit, old friend, I get misty-eyed with pride. Lucky for you, I can store you anywhere in the warehouses. Ain't no quail nor nightingale would sing a tune. It was self-defense. Forget it. Tell me this, friend. What's your plan? Do you know my father's murderer? I do. May he rest in peace. He was a decent man and the best sawbones around. You honor him. What's the plan then? Revenge? Or someone with a little more finesse? I'll find out who's behind this, then we'll see. Just stay away from Saburov. I mean it, cub. The man's a hawk. All might makes right, no sense. He'll throw you in jail first and only think months later. I know your thick skull too. You'll charge in there, shoulders squared, thinking, oh, the truth will win out. Bullshit. Stay away, you hear me? Are you finished? Calm down.
Time enough for rest after death.
You run into the old crowd. Stark, Reuben, Lara. I've been at Reuben's, he's not home. Gotta say, it's a tough time for our friendship. I mean, if you can even call this friendship. Gravel-headed Laura won't even look at me now, and Stark's even worse. He completely ignored my plea for help. Some people certainly have short memories. You got outside recently? It's chaos. Innocent souls torn limb from limb. Everyone's lost their mind hunting the culprit. A step golem, some thinks, but others? They're after your hide, friend. All this going on, naturally, my men ran into a mob. Barely got out alive. They need a sawbones bad. Your old man's gone, and his star pupil, Stark, won't take the job, so... Someone tell me your men went out there feeding the poor. Hell if I know. Can't make heads or tail of him now. If you squint, piecework does kind of resemble you. A sturdy man. Perhaps he did take a few hits to the noggin in your stead. How do you feel about that? I could look at Patchwork. Where is he? Not here. Shouldn't have dropped by. Said they're waiting for death in a hideout. Poor piecework. He's knocking on heaven's door. Got something stuck in the belly. Can you believe, folks? They're all shapeshifters, I swear. Shedding skin and eating each other. May not look like it, but every person in this town has a vile beast inside. I'll use the scalpel you just had lying around then. Wonderful. You find anything in his belly he doesn't need, don't toss it. Bring it to me, it might be useful. What, like a memento? He's still a weird one. Bred in the bone, I suppose. And then, open this. This is the stuff I'm allowed to take. And the other guy's gone. Almost like... Whoa! And this person's here instead. This person was not here before. Yeah, and that is probably going to be the end today. It is 106. So, one thing that the game hasn't actually explicitly said yet, but you may have noticed, in the first game they just straight up taught you this, but they apparently don't in this one, is that time stands still when you're in conversations. When you're in a chat with someone, time will just stand perfectly still. Nothing will happen. So you have time to think, basically. I need to find people who remember me, who believe me without proving and vouch for me. One of the boys got stabbed. I did take a look at his memory. Just remember to bring a scalpel. We obviously want to go do this. We'll go do. So yeah, for next time we'll have a plan laid out. We'll go do this. Depending on how tired we are and what this leads to, we'll go do this. Then we'll go do this, and then you can use these boats to come back here and hand this in. That point it'll probably be quite late because we'll have to do some sleeping over here, which is another mechanic we haven't gone into yet, but we will. Obviously there's sleeping and stuff, because if you look in my things section, we're okay on health. We're not doing great, but like if we take some morphine before we do any other things, our immunity is good because we bought one of those immunity boosters and ate them. I know that that's a useful thing to do because I played this game before, and I like know enough about this game from other stuff that I know it's a good idea. But you'll see in the next episode what are the mechanics this game has. Hunger, we're okay on. We're not doing great. In fact, we'll probably just eat one of these pieces of toast. Om nom nom. Barely fills the bar. Drink this water. Yum, that was good. You know what? We'll keep this empty bottle because there is actually a use for that soon. Stamina is okay. Basically, yeah, when you run, it drains this bar. Your stamina bar is basically also your thirst bar. As you run, you get thirstier, obviously, like you do in real life. It's not that complicated. It obviously doesn't really affect your hunger. Your hunger just goes down over the day, which obviously isn't 100% true to real life. If you run every day, you probably need to eat more food than someone that doesn't. But that's not quite how it works. Running just makes you thirstier. But yeah, that's sort of how this game works. That's the plan for next time. I hope you've enjoyed this. Enjoy is a weird word. I hope this has intrigued you, and I can tell you for a fact, if you've gone this far and you're thinking, "Oh, next episode will be a bit boring," if it's just more of this, game gets a lot more exciting. Things start to happen. As you notice, they talked about combat. We haven't fought anything yet. Anyone? Actually, I reckon you could probably get this entire game without ever being in combat. A lot of this game is managing stuff. It's about... It doesn't seem so bad now. Like, I've plotted this out. I can go here, then here, then here with time. Don't worry. It gets a lot worse Because if you look at it, there's still plenty of things in this tree that I haven't sorted yet. And this is Act 1, which is day 1 from what I remember. It says Act 1, but I'm... Oh no, some days have multiple acts. That's why. So while we're in day 1, it'll be day 2. Oh, we got a delicious egg. I didn't realize we had some eggs. Eat the eggs. We won't eat the eggs yet. We have got delicious eggs. That's good. Yeah, all these buildings have stuff in them. As they've said, nearly all these buildings, you're able to go in them. You can rob them if you want. A lot of these buildings will light up and will be people's homes. There's one in particular that's shaped weird that I'd remember if I looked at it, but I don't. But yeah, I'll thingy now. I'll stop talking because I've gone on long enough. Thank you for joining for Artemi Barak's Wondrous Step Adventure, and I hope you'll join me in the next one. I would highly recommend if you are interested in this game, but don't really want to play it, but are interested in the first game. There is a video by a YouTuber named HBomber Guy, who you may not have heard of. I'd highly recommend his video on the first game. I can't remember what it's called. It's something Pathologic. If you just put in HBomber Guy Pathologic, it'll come up. It's really good. It's what got me into the first game. At the end, he recommends this game. It's what got me into this game. I've watched his video like 4 or 5 times. And I've always really wanted to finish this. And recording it will basically give me the final push I need to actually go through and finish this game. So that is the aim. This is more of a... I've always wanted to finish this game. And by recording it, it gives me a structured thing for me to do it. I'll have to do it at least once a week. Digimon Survive isn't dead. For anyone that mainly watches that, anyone I know, that's probably my most watched videos. So if anyone watched that and when I'm watching this, yeah, it's not dead. I'll probably record an episode this weekend and put it up. I do want to get back into it. And yeah, thank you very much. And I will see you next time. Oh fucking hell! And I will see you next time. I'm gonna make sure I saved properly. There we go. Yeah, thank you very much, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Also, yeah, if you've been paying attention and you care, channel's renamed because I wanted to be able to call myself Clayco. That's basically it. Anyway, thank you for watching.